It's the Game Spitter, y'all. Share the video so my page can grow. You know I need the 1,000+ likes so the algorithm know. Subscribe to my channel so my YouTube can grow. And I'm on List Crawler Cup back page gone. Man, I'm only working with a dry 75. I only got $75. So, hey, I can stop by the store, get you a pack of Newports or some blacks or some chips or something to drink, a beer, Four Loko or something like that, and give you the shit and then take it off the tab. Shit. So, yeah. To get what I really want, you can just give me a little QV. Yeah, I'm in and out. And I gotta go get cash because I can't see no cash app. You ain't finna expose my name. You ain't finna send me a cash, dude. Hey. Man, I want to speak on this Bronx rapper, Kashout4E. He lost his life trying to embarrass his op. He had his partner with him. And they could have, well, I can't say. Well, yeah, they could have came about this situation on top of things. But they did it all wrong. They did it all wrong because why? They want to embarrass dude. When dude was prepared for war. He was prepared. He was prepared for defense. If he get attacked, which he did, he was prepared. Right? And social media then took another life. That's what it was like, because if you got two dudes, because Buddy was still lacking because he couldn't draw down quick enough before y'all start punching on him. Now, far as like self-defense, before you start busting at the other dude that took out running, far as like just hitting the dude that he knocked down, let the people jump on him, like actually swing on him, put him more in the self-defense range, right? I don't know if dude a convicted felon, he don't supposed to have no gun, and then dude taking out running, he throwing shots at them, you can't do that. If the dude ain't, he got a phone in one hand, so the other hand, that's where he really kicking you. But as soon as you draw out and let the first shot go, and he see his man drop, and he take out running, his back turn, you can't throw shots at him unless you operating as far as like the street rules. Yeah, you can do that, street rule, but in the court of law, if I'm a prosecutor and I see that, you know what I'm saying, issue a warrant out for your arrest. Not because you overkilled the dude that was laid out. No, you gave him one shot, but when you gave him the one shot, you're supposed to stop. Throwing bullets at him, his back turned, I can see if he was still trying to attack you. Or if he started reaching, he didn't do that. He already had one hand occupied by a phone. So you throwing bullets at him, it's easy to say that when you in the heat of the moment, you can't say what you'll do. You can be so mad, you gotta work on self-control. That's what you gotta do in situations like this. Because people can get in situations like this and they not throw shots at the dude that take out running. They'll know. So what can help you? Reminding yourself, if you're a convicted felon, you may not really care. But if you conceal carry, you got to take classes or just follow people who remind you of the laws so it can refresh. Just because you done heard it before, that don't mean you don't need to hear it again to refresh that brain, especially if you smoke and drink and you do other stuff, you'll forget. Because if he just would have hit old Buddy that one shot, he laid him out, and he ain't throw no shells at him. Now, him being in New York, if he was in New York, where it was at, ain't stand your ground state, he still may get in trouble for blowing Buddy down. They was punching on him because he ain't stand your ground state. He not. But it's not a senseless homicide. I wouldn't say it's first degree. They came pressing him. He didn't seem like, I didn't see the beginning of the video. So I don't know if they met up right there. I don't know if dude with the blick was the aggressor. Was the dude walking in their territory? Was they both the aggressor and they plan to meet up at that spot? Now you really can't even claim self-defense. You can't even claim it. You went to his neighborhood. Let's say he went over there, walking through their neighborhood, knowing he in tour with them, and he don't live over there. He don't work over there. He really ain't got his mama don't stay over there. Nobody's girl, his son, nobody, like grandma and them, ain't nobody. And that's where he going. You really ain't got no business over there. So you got your gun on you looking for trouble. You looking for trouble. Prosecutors, they'll look at that. Versus if you just out and about and they run down on you. So, especially in New York, man, it ain't no self-defense, especially if they don't got no weapons. But let's skip all that because you'll want to be alive to make it to the courtroom. You're ready to get judged and carried. And one of the dudes lost his life because his help want to put niggas on live and shit like that instead of both of them on them, which it would have made it harder for a dude to pull out because you got two dudes on you. So if one dude got him pinned up against the wall and he barely can get his hand in his jacket, the other dude definitely could be paying attention. If you ain't got your phone in your hand and looking through your phone, doing all that extra talking tough and shit like that to make it look good for the followers and the fans, you can be more focused on where he reaching at. I think people are forgetting, like, you run down on somebody, y'all that close, you want to make sure they ain't strapped. They can have guns on their leg, they can have guns on them. That's why it's important too. So all my dudes who got beef, sometimes it's important. If you got two guns on you, sometimes it ain't always good to have both of them at reach. You may want to have one by your leg. That means you need to have what? Compact weapons. A little small revolver. Because if you get knocked down to the ground and they stumping you, maybe you can get to your leg. You see what I'm saying? And you can still get about that situation. But buddy, he got pinned up against the wall, but he still had his hand in his hoodie, his jacket, whatever. And he got to pull that thing out. One already in the head. See, in situations like this, that's why you gotta have one in the head. You really wouldn't have had that much time to cock one back. Because maybe if he would have did that, the other dude with the camera would have got on him, and it probably wouldn't have worked out like that. He probably would have had enough time. Once Buddy seen the gun, he would have backed up because he ain't ready to die. So he not gonna do I'm ready to die type of things. So when he see the dude reach and pull out, he'll rush him. Instead of giving him room to down old Buddy and all that stuff. You supposed to be copying your man. Y'all both be up on him. If y'all both up on him, pressing him up against the wall, it'd be that much harder for him to turn around and up the thing and pull the trigger and blow. He has to be pinned up against the wall because he got two dudes on him, pressing him against the wall instead of one, and he could overpower him. And yeah, he got right, and you know, it's not like you got a dude Shaq size, 7'2", 7'3", 400 pounds or 300 some pounds solid, and he pinned him up against the wall, and now he really can't move. Or a real big heavy set dude. You got a dude smaller than him or around his size, he just stronger than him. You see what I'm saying? So because y'all really not whooping them, y'all punching them, but y'all don't got no knockout punches. Y'all not knocking them out or making them fall to the ground where he can't really think straight or see straight. So y'all hitting him, but it ain't really doing enough damage because he not even really balling up. He blocking, but he's still trying to get to that fight. So instead of fighting y'all back, really, he just taking the hits so he can get right, so he can up that thing. And yeah, like I say, that's why you want to have one in the head because you don't have all that time when they really go down. Now, like I say, having that phone really, because he would have helped his partner better. That's why y'all really got to be on the same page. If y'all dudes that press dudes, y'all got to learn from this, watch this, and watch what they did wrong. And be like, if we ever jump somebody, we got to really be up on them. We can't let them. We really got to damn near, we whooping them, patting them down. Or if y'all would have had blicks, it would have made him hesitating to pull his out because he would have got blowed down. But y'all ain't got no blicks. And then it's always better to throw a nigga on the ground and make him shoot from the ground up versus he on his feet. That's how you can get head shots, throat shots. If he blow from the ground, you may can get a thigh shot, leg, side, back, and maybe you still can get some shelter. You see what I'm saying? maybe. It's a maybe. But yeah, man, like, if y'all know, in 2025, a lot of dudes ain't doing a lot of fighting. Stop trying to do this King Von punch on a dude because it's 2 or 3 of y'all. I always treat everybody like they got a blick on them. Everybody ain't got time to be punching, and this ain't back in the getting out. In the 90s, more people had energy to fight. Early 2000s, don't nobody want to fight no more. Everybody smoking heavier, doing more drugs, drinking, eating bad. They ain't got to win no more. We could just talk good as a bitch. Yeah, we could fight better in jail. You know, like how you can fight better when you're in school, or you get more power, energy, you can run faster when you're in front of females. Yeah, it ain't like that no more. In jail, yeah, you may get a little bit better skills because you're around a whole bunch of warriors and shit like that. But on the street, we ain't got time for that. So, not everybody, but a lot of dudes. So, and a lot of dudes ain't gonna be doing a lot of boxing if they got the blick on them. And it's 2 of y'all. Especially if you got to understand when somebody see you got them on live, the camera out. Now he got to go to the extreme if you got that blick on him. He got to go to the extreme because I bet when that live heard that gunshot, everybody emojis and comments it changed when they heard that. Like, oh shit, damn, you know, whatever else they said. So yeah, man, he left his man. His man got hit. He left his man. Fight over with. Took out running because his man was really kind of pressing him more than the dude that had the camera. So it seemed like his man was really on that. If Buddy would have caught, if the dude holding the camera would have caught dude by himself, it probably would have been a different situation. More mean mugging, you know, probably would have made sure he avoided them or just words back and forth. I don't know, dude with the camera would have got out because he took out running too fast. But that's what your brain will tell you to do. If you see your man lay it out on the ground, you got to really work against your brain and really be a warrior and a soldier to really, you know, still rush him. And you ain't had no knife or nothing. You know, a situation like this will happen because one of the main reasons when you underestimate your op gonna always lead to the graveyard faster. You only think of what you gonna do. You're not thinking of what type of op you got. Even though he could be telling you what he'll do to you if he see you. Okay, that's like you going up against a dude. Every time you see him online, he's showing guns. You done heard about him shooting 4 or 5 people or a couple of people. Or he's saying he will, and he stay strapped. He done blew at y'all before, or whatever. Or you heard about him blowing at other people before when he was beefing with the other dudes, right? You will bump into him or see him out in public just because y'all 2 or 3 deep. Y'all ain't got no knives, no gun, no nothing. Y'all are rushing. Then plan nothing out, then y'all just rushing. And then it can turn deadly because he's strapped. You may get a hit off. You may get a kick off. You may get some footage off. But he get up out that situation and he win the war. He win the war. Not understanding just because you see your op every time don't mean you gotta get out every time. You ain't ready. But when you so cocky and like I said, you underestimate your opponent, you bound to drizzle. It's gonna have you catching up to God quicker. I'm telling you. It don't matter if your dude ain't like that. Like your op, he ain't like that. He ain't never shot nothing. But if you got that gun on him, he can get about this situation. So, like, you could have seen him get slapped by this dude, jumped, beat up by this dude, robbed by this dude. But on this day, when y'all press him, he got that thing on him, and he gonna up it, and he gonna blow it. And you may lose your life. Now, but it did right by running because it happened so fast. He ain't had no weapon, he ain't had no knife, no nothing. So what he's gonna do? Just he could have rushed him, but he still would have got clapped too. So yeah, but it did right by taking out running and just maybe taking one in the back or something or on the side. They ain't had no knife or nothing, just pure knuckles and strength, and he overpowered y'all and got about the situation. Yeah, he still can get arrested and shit like that. Ain't no standing ground if it was in New York, but yeah, he dead though. He ain't in the hospital. Y'all didn't embarrass him. He embarrassed y'all. Mission failed. Like I said, I don't know if y'all niggas want to start carrying brass knuckles, pepper gel. So y'all jumping dudes, yeah, put the pepper gel on them, put the brass knuckles on them, little shit like that. Shit you can carry in the pocket. That way y'all can have more of an effect on him, and it'd be that much harder for him to up the blick and just really see. He had that pepper gel shit in his eye. He really can't see, but he a fire to get y'all to back up. Brass knuckles doing way more damage, knocking his teeth out, breaking his jaw. Probably can knock him out. Cause a lot of, hey man, nigga, you need help. Yeah, y'all can fight. And y'all can throw punches and land them, but it's not really doing or it's not affecting the person. They eating it. They eating it. So, yeah, man. Now sometimes nigga can throw a 2-3 piece with a little biscuit on it, knocking it out, and he'll fuck you over. So it just depends on who you're going up against. And understand too, I'ma say get pepper gel, brass knuckles, a knife, because these dudes be up north. They can't really have blicks on them like that. Some niggas will take the risk, but different states you gotta get a different game. But I'm in it to win. I ain't trying to look tough. So I'ma have me and my nigga, we're gonna have brass knuckles with the knife attached to it, pepper gel, whatever, like knives. Because sometimes we may not have the blick. So we catch you downtown or we catch you out and about and we press you and try to jump you like they did. We stabbing you, breaking your jaw at the same time, blinding you with pepper gel. So, yeah, we got a way better chance of winning. Even if you strapping, we not. If we get up on you. Now, the distance, not to say we'll, win that situation 100%, because sometimes nigga could be Superman. Sometimes you can pepper gel somebody, hit the nigga with the brass knuckles, stab him 4 or 5 times. He still can pull out and get the busting and luck up, hit somebody, and somebody lose their life. Leg shot in the foot, arm, whatever. Head and throat. You understand? So this another thing. This is why it's smart to be vest up, because if a nigga got a knife and you run down on me, he hitting me in my sides, my back, my chest, stomach, shit like that. All this shit to be covered up, plated up and stuff, Still can get stabbed other spots though, but it's better than not having, you don't got it and everything open. At least some shit protected, But sometimes nigga may catch you without it. But yeah, man, you gotta be trying to win. The police, the SWAT team, shit like that, Army, they trying to win. So that's why they don't just carry a gun and extra clips. They got mace, they got nightsticks, tasers, all type of shit, a knife. Only street nigga carry guns. Up north nigga may carry a razor, a knife or something like that. But yeah, man, you gotta have everything that you can. Go to the gun show, get right. And it could save your life. It could save your life. But if they would have pepper jailed him and Buddy couldn't see and he missed. He was blowing, but he was missing. Hit somebody else innocent. We don't want that either, but he missed y'all. So sometimes nigga got good defense. And just because y'all driving the ball, y'all got a first down, another first down. You fumble the ball, interception. And nigga took that shit down, took the touchdown, and scored. And he caught a hat off defense and won the game. Now you just got to beat the court. So we got to learn from this shit right here, man. Y'all follow me on IG, the_game_spitter. Hit that like button, share the video, the game spitter 704. He was winning!